Grant Cardone is the best-selling author of the 10X Rule, and Forbes called him the #1 marketer to watch. He went from being a kid labeled with ADD, almost dying of a drug overdose, to becoming a real estate mogul with a portfolio of $1.5 billion. Need motivation?
Watch a top 10 with Believe Nation.
Top 10, I got a top 10. Got my motivation high for my top 10. Gotta learn from the wise women and men. All my life, like na 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 na. For my top 10, top 10, na 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 na. This one's for my top 10.
Hey, it's Evan Carmichael, and I make these videos because you are probably the most ambitious person in your circle, but you know you're capable of more. And you get that push by surrounding yourself with the best. So today, let's learn from one of the best, Grant Cardone, and my take on his top 10 rules for success. Enjoy. Okay, let's kick it off with rule number 1. Keep working on yourself.
People got to keep working on themselves.
Yeah. Trying new things.
You got to give something up. Like, I'm always giving stuff up. My life changed when I gave stuff up. When I was 25 and I gave drugs up, I'm like, okay, I'm done. And then you give up your friends.
Right.
Because when you start changing, they're going to go.
People don't like it.
They're going to go, or you're going to come back.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not, I truly believe that if you're not changing your friends, you're not changing. Your friends should be, they should be like.
Every few years, a cycle.
Yeah.
Or they should be changing, growing with you.
They're not going to grow with you.
Really? Well, I hope
They'll grow later.
I hope I'm friends with you in 10 years.
Yeah, but well, we will be.
Yeah.
We will be, but like I dated this girl. Her friends were her childhood friends. She never changed.
Yeah, it's tough.
None of them changed. The whole group never changed. Like, for me to change, I can't think if me and you are best friends that me and you are we're going to change at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
We have different reasons to change throughout life, right?
Right.
And Elena and I, we'll have different times when we want to change. My kids are going to change and they're going to leave. 100% they're going to leave.
Right.
They're like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Right.
And they're going to go from flying private back to flying commercial.
Until they coach.
Until they figure out how to fly private,
right.
if they even want to do that.
Yeah.
But I've always said, I've changed so many times. I've moved. I've been 5 or 6 different cities. That's been great for me. Every move has been better for me.
Uh-huh.
I've changed friends. I've had lifelong friends that I know them, but
you're not hanging out every day.
No, I moved on.
Rule number 2, believe.
When I was a kid, Glenn, I was like, I knew I was going to do something great and had zero reason to believe that.
Right.
Like, it was a total fantasy, or maybe not. I think everybody has that. I would imagine that every kid has this idea that they're meant for greatness. I know I did. I always thought I was going to be something great. I remember my twin brother. He'd be in the mirror, man. He's like 8 years old. We're 8 years old. He's singing in the mirror like he's a rock star.
Right.
I had to listen to that all the time. And then I start thinking, man, if he's going to be a rock star, he's going to go on and be a big rock star. And I can't, because that wasn't my deal.
Mm-hmm.
I said, what am I going to be? And then I thought, I'm going to be a baseball player. I actually believed I was going to be a baseball player.
Right.
Dude, I wasn't fast enough. I wasn't strong enough. I didn't have the arm. I mean, I had no talent. I didn't have the work ethic. I didn't have somebody pushing me. So I've just always underestimated what I could do. I think everybody does. That's why this 10X thing, that's why I keep telling people, man, you're thinking too small. When I talk to people about real estate, don't do 2 units. Got to start somewhere. No, you don't have to start with 2 units. You could actually start with 32.
Right.
And by the way, it's going to be a lot easier to make money on 32 than it is 2.
Sure.
If you can just believe that you can. And right now is a time where people are going to have to start believing they can do something else, because we're going to move into a period of time now where there's going to be massive transition, enforced transition on everyone.
Rule number 3, take risks.
What's your attitude to fear and risk?
You got to take risks. the best way to stay out of harm's way is to be the most dangerous person in the room.
Right. I like that.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Do you ever, though, sometimes think, man, I'm taking too big a risk here?
Every deal I do.
Yeah.
Every deal I do.
Does it make you feel alive?
No, I know I'm alive. I just, you know, like when you take on an arena and you're like, I'm going to book, there's 5,000 people here. Okay. My gig had 7 times that many people, 35,000 people.
Yeah.
I mean, I sold out an arena as big as Jay-Z and Beyonce would sell out. The difference is I had them there for 3 days. They have them there for 2 hours. On Super Bowl weekend, our biggest football, you know. I know you guys laugh at our football, but we love it, right? So the biggest sports weekend in the United States of America is Super Bowl weekend. I held my event on that weekend. Freaking insane.
Rule number 4, take responsibility.
I know a year ago, the last time I was on this interview, I think I just started working out every day. And my body was hurting all the time. I was in pain constantly.
You didn't want to do it. You were struggling.
Dude, my ankles hurt, my knees hurt, my back hurt, like I had constant pain in my body.
Why'd you keep doing it?
Doing what?
Working out.
No, that I wasn't working out.
Before you started working out,
my body was
you were in
weak.
pain.
I wasn't
Gotcha.
using my body. I didn't use it, and it started to abandon me. Like I wasn't paying attention to it, you know. And it's like, okay, dude, you don't want to pay attention to me.
I'm going to make you pay
Maybe
attention.
I don't pay attention to you, you know, or maybe I'll make you pay attention to me.
Yeah.
And then I went to a PT 3 days a week. That really didn't do anything. And I said, you know what? I need to take responsibility for this. If I want to fix something, that's the code of my life. Do you want to fix something? Take responsibility.
Yeah.
You take responsibility. Don't give it over to the physical therapist, the masseuse. I was trying the masseuse. The masseuse never helped me. I needed to put muscle on my bones. So I hired a guy named Anthony. He came. I said, you come to my place every day. Same time every day. Here's the money. Here, take the money. Here's the schedule. I'm never going to miss a day.
Wow.
And
He travels with you too, or no?
No.
you're
This
out.
was in the first year.
Got it.
And, you know, it's been 14 months. I have almost zero pain in my body.
Hey, man.
Evan, how you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you?
You got a book coming out, don't you?
You just came out.
Where can people get it?
Get it on Amazon. Easiest spot. Built to serve. Right there.
Let's go, man. If you guys don't know Evan, follow Evan Carmichael. He's got a new book out, Build to Serve. Go grab it today at Amazon. This is a good dude right here.
Rule number 5, move with speed and certainty.
I had a guy the other day ask me for some advice. Okay, you know these people that ask for advice. I know you know. Yeah. You give it to them and then they don't do it.
Yeah.
He knew it was true. It hit him. He's like, I know that's right. And then he went and did something different. And this is a big mistake people make, man. The best things that have happened to me did not require any more thought. The best decisions I've made in my life were instant. So like my wife and I, like when I decide to buy something, I go buy it. I don't check with her because that adds thought. It adds time. And this is another bad piece of advice I was given. Like, take time. Think about it. Don't move too fast. Take baby steps. You don't know, nobody on this planet ever took baby steps. They went fast. And the faster you can go, you know, my plane is safest when it's up in the air. When it's landing, slowing down, it's in trouble. When it's taking off, it's at risk.
That's interesting. At flight at full speed, it's almost the safest.
Dude, that thing wants to fly, you know, and people are being conditioned to slow down, think about it, take your time, take a drug. I was put on lithium when I was 29 years old because the psychologist thought I needed to slow down. She was scared of speed. I wasn't.
And at that time, were you doing well financially?
Yeah,
or?
I was doing great, but everybody was saying, hey, you're doing too much of this and you're doing too much of that and you're going to burn and you're going to do this. And people were worried about me around me. They were going slow. I was vibrating faster than they were. But a hummingbird vibrates. Bumblebees vibrate, right? They do things that are impossible. So you don't want to slow down and you want to move with speed and certainty. That means people need to know what they're doing. If I know what I'm doing, that's why confident people, Tiger won today. He's been fighting, man, been efforting. 10 years he hadn't had a win. He won today. That guy moves with speed and certainty. You know, winners move with speed and certainty because they practice, they train, they educate.
Rule number 6, be a student of observation.
I'm a student of observation. I observe things. I remember being selling cars, saying, this is stupid. First, I learned how to do it.
Right.
Control the customer, the 12 steps.
Right.
And then I'm like, if I do 12 steps with everybody, I can't get to 30 units a month.
Mhm.
And then I'm like, I started skipping steps.
Right.
Because I wanted those 10 car weeks. And the only way to do that was walk out there and just start offering people what they had, what they were going to ask me for anyway.
Right.
Can I get you a price, a payment, a down payment, a monthly payment? Can I get you everything you need?
Right.
I knew that it was just a matter of about 30 seconds. They were going to ask for it all.
No doubt.
So I just basically intercepted the customer, sped up the processes. And then I'm like, man, I started hitting 30, 36 units, 31 units in 14 days. I'm like, dude, this is the way to do it. And then when I lost my job because the dealer wasn't big enough, didn't think big enough himself, didn't 10X. When I left him, I didn't have any place to go in his company or his organization. I couldn't be a star there. I went out and started teaching that.
Rule number 7, set correct goals.
What would you say is the best advice that you could give other people from what you learned about making their first $1 million? So say somebody's making 6 figures,
Do the
scaling
math.
up, and that's
Just
the
do
goal.
the math. You know, what's first of all, do you want to make $1 million or do you want to keep $1 million? They're like 60% difference between those two questions.
Right. So specificity in the goal.
Do you want to make? Everybody watching is going to make $1 million. I mean, if you live 25 years, you're going to make $1 million. 25 times $40,000, bang, you made $1 million. If that's your goal. So this is what I talked about in the 10X rule. The goals people are setting are incorrect. And that's why people give up on their goals. Because I know so many guys that hit $1 million. Like I've had so many people come to me and say, I hit $1 million and I lost the juice.
Yeah, it got comfortable almost, yeah.
A lot of guys in network marketing tell me this. Like I was in network marketing, I became $1 million producer, just lost it because the goal was wrong. The goal was wrong. First of all, it wasn't your goal. Like, anybody that's got $1 million target, it's not your goal. You adopted this goal, this idea from somebody else. Because any number that ends in 0 is a lazy number. The chances of number ending in 0 is almost mathematically
What a great point. What a great point.
So it's a lazy concept. You just adopted somebody else's idea. I want to be a millionaire. Have you even done the math? Do the math on $1 million. It's no money. This is what people like. They God, I hate Grant because your target was $1 million. You're struggling making 200. You think $1 million's impossible. You don't want me to tell you the truth. And the truth is, it is no money. As soon as you get it, I read the book, The Millionaire Next Door. Almost everybody read that book back in the 90s. It was the best book for me because it taught me I don't want to be a millionaire. It lifted the lid. I'm like, I don't want to be the guy buying a Ford truck. I don't want a Ford truck, man. Right? I got to buy a Ford truck, a used Ford truck, F-150. So one day I could be a millionaire.
Yeah.
And I can't go get coffee. I need to bring a brown bag to my office every day, not drink coffee at the shop in order to be a millionaire. Well, the reason I knew that was not good for me was because my dad died at 52 with a little bit of money. And I'm like, I don't want to die with money when I'm old. I want to have enough money. And that undid everything for me. I want financial freedom. I don't want to hit a quota. You know, and I think everybody's struggling for the quota. They're struggling for the bills. They set their financial plan based on what their spending is or what their apartment costs or what the mortgage is, or what their kids need, rather than I want freedom. I don't want financial literacy. I want financial freedom. You know, so I hear people say, oh, we need to teach financial literacy. No, you need to teach financial freedom, the possibility of it. What would I need? How much? You know, this whole cash flow thing that I talk about all the time. Cash flow is the holy grail of finance. That's why his business works. That's why he's able to enjoy the lifestyle he has. He has financial freedom, not a money number.
Rule number 8, try a plant-based diet.
2 weeks ago, I went plant only,
Plant-based.
plant-based.
How's that feel?
I dropped the meat, dude.
I want to do that. I did that for a week last week.
Yeah.
And I felt amazing. I had a lot of more gas just from all the plants, I think, but just cleaning it out.
That's really too much information for me.
But I've had way more energy.
Yeah. Like
less inflammation and less pain. And
yeah, I had noticed, I have a little bit of inflammation in my hands, but it hadn't changed. But the plant-based thing, I watched the Game Changer show. Yeah. And when he said, dude, you're eating the middleman. Like when I heard that, that was enough for me right there.
Eating the middleman?
You're eating the middleman. Meaning the cow. The cow eats the grass.
Right. Go right to the source.
The source is the grass.
Yeah.
And as soon as I heard that, I'm like, what the f am I doing eating the middleman? I ain't a middleman guy. I want to go directly to the source.
Where all the energy's at.
Yeah, I mean, that was the line in the show that did me.
Wow.
And I had been thinking about it too. I've eaten meat for 60 years.
Wow.
I grew up on bacon, 4 pieces of bacon every day.
So good.
Oh yeah, totally. The eggs. I have not eaten any meat in 12 days. And my energy is freaking this all day long.
Oh, wow.
3:30 in the afternoon for the last 25 years, I crash at 3:30. Hard crash. I mean, like, I'll see you guys. Call me later, okay? What you doing at 3:30? I got a meeting.
Yeah.
And that meeting was on that nap, dude. And when I hit it, I'm talking coma. Deep sleep. Better than sleep at night. Sometimes it would be 30 minutes, sometimes it'd be an hour and a half. Like comatose. 12 days, I can't take a nap. I try to go take a nap, I cannot fall asleep. That's how good my energy is.
Do you think you're gonna stick with this? Do you think you'll have meat sometimes? Do you think?
I mean, I'm not a fanatic guy, so
you might have a little meat here and there or something.
I'm just going to eat what makes me feel best.
Yeah.
So I don't care if it was meat, if it was pork, if it was bacon. But right now, as long as I can find the greens, and I haven't missed the meat.
Wow.
My digestion's better. You know, my energy's freaking great.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man.
Rule number 9, do what your competitors can't do.
Our goal at the 10X Growth Conference and all the events I do, even the free events I do around, we're going to do 50 free events this year.
That's crazy, man.
And the reason I'm doing that is because I know guys that I don't like can't do it.
Yeah.
Like, you go try to do a free event, 50.
Right.
You'll
I
bleed
can't
out.
do it.
People are going to bleed out, dude. I'll bleed the guy out. That's the proper way to use money, by the way.
Nice. Just run them.
This is straight out of if you're not first, you're last. You know, do what your competition cannot do.
And rule number 10, the last one before a very special bonus clip, is collaborate.
The fastest way to grow a business is to collaborate with other people. Is to find these ferries that are going back and forth. B-roll, okay. The ferries, dude, I mean, I could build a boat or I could just go get on one of those.
Exactly.
Right? And what we're doing today is we are drafting or just collaborating with.
Yeah.
Cardone Capital, I don't go build apartments.
No.
I buy apartments that are already built. That way I can scale faster. If I was trying to do the building thing, now construction, teams, right? Now, along the way, I'm adjusting as I go.
Of course.
But I need to get in the water and start swimming in some direction. I think too many people are trying to figure out where they're going.
Yeah.
And by the time you figure it out, somebody's already there.
Now I've got a really special bonus clip that I think you're gonna enjoy, but before that, it's time for the question of the day. I wanna know, what was your single biggest takeaway from this video? And write down in the comments below when you're going to take action on that takeaway this week. When you schedule in what day, what time, and what place you're gonna take action, you have a 91% chance of actually following through, compared to just 35% if you just got motivated but never created a plan. And when you share your plan and have accountability, you give yourself an even higher chance of following through. So in the comments below, write down your single biggest takeaway as well as your specific plan of action, because I want to celebrate with you.
I've been told by numerous people I'm going to burn out. I've been told that since I was 26 years old. You're going to burn out. And here I am, 34 years later, I hadn't burned out. I have more energy today than I had when I was 26. I'm not a candle. I'm a spiritual being. A spiritual being in their perfect condition would not be interested in a balance. It would be unnecessary. So
Like nature, it's in a state of flow almost.
the spirit itself would be able to move into any space at any time without any gimmicks, without any preparation, and be able to assist in the next emergency. You know, I see first responders, these heroes that jump into situations that they didn't know there was going to be a fire. They didn't know there was going to be a 9/11. They didn't know that a kid was going to be trapped in a car. They move into an event to save a situation. And that's what I hear Ed saying. Like, he moves into whatever needs to move in, very, very much like a liquid would, mercurial, to be mobile, you know, to be able to move into different things. This is why financial freedom is so important for people. And it's why cash flow is so important, so that people can move to their parents and help them, move to a kid in their community that needs help. And that's why I push that money message so much, because when you have enough money, balance is not what you're seeking. Contribution and charity.
Hey, if you want more top 10 rules videos, they are no longer on this channel. I have a dedicated brand new channel just for them. If you want to check it out, go subscribe. The link is right there next to me. Lots of great content. Go there, go check it out. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.